We are going to continue with Olberic's story next, but first, I noticed that this guy has a side quest. Something about a monster tamer, and apparently we can tell him something, so let's do that. Alright, we got a slippery knot and 1500 money. Now the side quest said the Rom numeral I behind it. Oh, we can also tell this guy about the giant boar. Cool. So I'm guessing there's going to be a follow-up quest. Anyway, let's look at this side questing stuff.
Hello.
Okay, cool. Refreshing jam and 1500. The 1500 generally don't matter much at this point, but especially the nuts, I think, are still something I will eventually be using. As I said, I'll wait until I know which character to give them to, but generally speaking, it seems like a good idea to have these. Anything new here? Okay, so this is just a lady we need to escort to Boulder Fall, which is down here. I'm guessing we can do that, but I'm not going to do it now. Let's go to the pub and replace Primrose with Olberic. And let's also optimize his equipment. Because I got some new stuff, so might as well. Any more interesting earrings? HP. Most of these are fairly... yeah. The good ones I've already used. The critical plus 50 and speed plus 50 ones. But as Therion levels up, we'll get more of them anyway. Because I'll be able to steal from more difficult targets, and they tend to have better stuff. So almost all of the level 1 or the plus 10 jewelry I stole is from early NPCs. We want to go to the left. And there we go. I'm probably a little inconsistent in which fights I cut out and which ones I don't. But I'll try to stick to not showing you enemies too often. And we want to go up. We've already gone this path when we went to Primrose's second chapter, which I actually quite enjoyed, so... arguably it was a bit of a mistake doing Primrose as my sort of second of the chapter 2s, because Primrose's story is not as annoying as I first thought. So Ophelia stayed true to form and was pretty banal, but yeah, Primrose has, I think, more depth to her. And yeah, we'll see. But my main issue so far is that the stories don't really yet connect. I read that eventually they will, but probably only as we approach chapter 3 for each of them. Because for now it's very much each character's own. We've already been through, let me just quickly check. The Shrine of Hundreds, yeah, we've been there. Town we want to go to, so I'm going to check up there because I think that's a chest.
Let us fight with honor.
And these are definitely new enemies, so I'm going to keep this in. Let's try. This guy's weak to daggers. He's not.
What next?
They're all weak to swords. Good to know.
Victory shall be mine.
Do you have attack all foes with the sword?
Ha!
Amazing.
What is the logical course of action?
Come in, if thou darest.
Out of my way.
How are you doing? Sure, share SP with Olberic.
Keep it up. Now, what next?
A great inferno to scorch the land.
You should have studied harder.
Yep, this way. Chest here and possibly a hidden chest. Yes, I knew it. A little bit of a pop in there on that tree.
Let us fight with.
Yay! And look, 3 level ups. And Harnet's not too far away from one either. $5,000 money. Cool. Yeah, a little bit of a pop-in issue on that tree. Okay. Nothing special in that fight, but still. We'll get a cutscene now, I think. Nothing new here. I think if you skip the character's introduction, which the game gives you an option to do that, then you wouldn't know all of this. So I guess it's okay to learn some of this.
Welcome, welcome.
Yep.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Well,
Of course.
the truth is, thank you.
So last time around, I went and kind of stole from all the NPCs on camera. I'm not gonna do this now.
Oi,
let's see.
Knight.
This might be voice acted.
A fighter, quick with the blade, ill will in his eyes. State your business, and if it's violence you seek, know that you shall have it.
Looks of him. He knows how to use that blade. Reckon he'd be more than a match for me, even if I were at full strength.
Thought you'd agree. My eyes never steered me wrong yet. My apologies for the dramatics, but I wanted Ned here to take the measure of you. He'd be fighting in the tourney if it weren't for his wounds.
Ooh, let me guess. We're gonna take his place and win the tourney.
If you have business with me, then state it plain.
Cecily, at your service. I'm what you'd call a promoter of sorts.
So another hooker. Fair enough.
And what is it you promote?
Arena battles, mostly. And the men who fight 'em. Except Cecily here's done neither yet. Still looking for a big break, she is.
Stay your tongue, Ned. I do the talking, remember? You want to meet the man Gustav, yes?
You were there when I spoke to the Barker.
That's right. And I'll tell you something he didn't. Tourney fighters don't make a habit of fraternizing with the hoi polloi. If you and he were old friends, that'd be one thing. But something tells me he's not expecting your visit.
Do you have a point?
I have advice. If you want to talk to Gustav, your best play would be to fight in the tourney yourself.
Oh, how surprising.
But how? The preliminary rounds are already over, or so I heard.
See? This is why you need me. I know a way you can get around that.
Then tell me.
Simply prove that you're a better fighter than one of the remaining champions, and make sure everyone sees it. During the tourney, local authorities turn a blind eye to public dueling. It's still against the law, mind you, but no one gets in trouble for it. Lots of men come here fancying themselves good with a blade, and they look to prove it, whether they qualify for the tourney or no.
But surely, those who have qualified are above getting involved in petty brawls.
They're here to prove themselves, same as everyone. If the circumstances are right, they can no more shirk a challenge outside the arena than in it.
I'm telling you, this is your ticket to the tourney. Get the attention of one of the champions and make them challenge you. Put them in a position where they've no choice but to prove they're your better with a blade.
And what do you get out of all of this?
When you do get into the tourney, you'll fight under my colors. If you reach the final battle, I'll have fighters lining up to put their seal on a contract with me.
Ah, a deal where we both benefit.
Is there a better kind? I'll get my scribe to draw up the contract. What name will you use?
Olberic.
My own. Olberic Eisenberg.
Well, I thought he was gonna go for his secret identity again. Fair enough.
Eisenberg? The unbending blade of Hornburg himself?
A fine figure. And famous, too. Told you I could pick him, Ned. Well, my lordship, I think this partnership is going to work out handsomely.
Okay. So as I said, I'm not going to go through and steal everything on camera again. Probably I'm going to do that when I've finished all the chapter 2s. But maybe I'll look at some of the NPCs beforehand. Anyway, I was going to check if there's anything good here. Such as a platinum sword. I lose some critical on Olberic, but I do gain a lot of damage and speed. Not gonna give one to Therion. His physical attributes are not that important. Wow, that's a lot of elemental defense. And I have money, so I'm just going to spend some of it now. Wait. Okay, speed plus 20, crit plus 20. I'm good. Now, what do we have here? Market stalls. Oh. I thought I would have to talk to these guys to initiate the fight, but we'll see how long this is. We still have some time left for the episode.
Prepare yourself!
Alright.
Okay, so we get the cutscene, but the fight doesn't actually immediately initiate. I wanted to check if there's anything new I can buy here. Olive of Live Medium. Not sure if I could buy these before. And I'm just gonna buy 10 of these. And that's the inn. Okay, can't go there yet. Guessing that'll unlock as I do the story stuff. Alright, we're just gonna rest to restore to full. And... Let's see if I get a cutscene if I just walk up to this guy. I do. Alright.
You there! Pshaw.
Okay, so weirdly, we get that tiny cutscene and then we get back to gameplay and can basically decide to challenge the person. Right, let's have a look then, see how long these fights take.
Tis a good day for battle. Have at you.
I mean, if I can even take them out.
The battle is truly joined. I shall pierce you through. Victory shall be mine. My blade is on. Now then, I shall pierce you through. Have at you.
And we've broken the enemy.
Now then.
And now let's... yeah, sure, let's do a boosted 1000 spears. Can't fully boost it, but let's see.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Not too bad.
Have at you.
Okay, and he's
Each
down.
battle, I grow stronger.
That was not too bad.
The hell?
Okay. I guess we'll have to fight the other one as well, but we'll do that next episode. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.